Good afternoon, everyone. So you can ask your question related to previous session.
Line number 3.
Yes. What is your question? If you have any questions related to last session or assignment, please ask them now.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, assignments नहीं समझ लगी. First दो question.
Okay.
हाँ जी.
Okay. Simple object created with the help of blend command. Okay. The shape is given here. We have a radius of 80. The section is in the mid. So in the mid, we have to create an arc of radius 80, and from start, you can see this line is that is straight. So we have to create a rectangular shape here, and this rectangular with a curved shape in the mid, and again the rectangular shape at the end. Okay, let's create this. So we have size 50 by 25. Like one rectangle is 50 by 25, and the other rectangle is 50 by 30 with a radius of 80. So go to the sketch, front view, sketch, and in the mid you have to create a sketch, or I can directly go to the blend command. So go to the blend, select the plane, go to the sketched, define, go to the plane, go to define in the front. So the first sketch I'm going to create is a rectangular shape. Define the center lines like that and define a rectangle. So we have the height here, that is 25 by 50. This is 50. Okay, complete. And now we have to shift. So we have the total value of 100. So we are going to create the next sketch at 50. Go to the sketch and create a shape. Again, use some references, center line. Create a rectangular shape like that. This has the value of 50 by 30. And we have here an arc. Okay, go to the center point arc, center and end. Okay, again. Okay, so going to create a 3-point arc like that, and after that I'm going to select these two references and these two edges, and I can define a relation from here, and these two edges like that, and a reference from here. So here we have a reference already, that is horizontally coincident. I'm going to delete that. So coincident, this point should be here, so horizontal vertical, delete that. Now we have a arc with a radius 80, and this line should be converted to construction. So we have this shape. Okay, you can see that we have this shape now. Go to the section, insert a section that should be at 50 distance from the second one. Go to the sketch like that, and I need to just project the lines. We don't have to create the lines again, we can just go to the okay. So first, project a line, we have to select the object. The projection can be converted from the 3D objects or 3D edges. So you can just directly go and create it like this one, or you can just use them as a reference from here, references. Okay, so we cannot use the sketch for the reference. So create a center line, create a rectangular shape from somewhere here to here. We have this value at 50 and this value at 25. Click OK. So we have this shape. Okay, three shapes, front end at a rectangular, and the middle shape is something like that. Click OK, and this is the base shape. Now we have to apply some fillets. So we have the fillet. Okay, we have the radius 5 everywhere. So
Excuse me, sir.
yes,
Sir, we can do this by another method also.
which one?
Like the middle, sir, in this figure only, the middle figure if we draw, and then by selecting the top plane, we draw only just the arc. And
But
then we can split
okay,
that.
we can do that, but we don't have the option. Look, like this is a flat surface from here, and in the mid it's a curved surface. If we create the arc in the mid and cut by that, we can have some other type. Okay, so this curve will also be created. Here you also have a curved shape.
Actually, I tried in that way only, sir, but it not got.
Okay, you cannot cut
Sir,
the
that
shape. You cannot create with the help of cut.
I
Right?
tried with
but sir,
Vivek, it's
that
like the
bending.
deform
fillet is
command.
not working on that. Sir, if we
Okay.
draw a arc na on the middle
Yes.
of that figure, then
Yes.
the sweep command is also not working.
Which command?
Sir, the way I have told you, if we do it that way, then the sleep command doesn't work. It's showing error.
Okay. Uh, please repeat your answer again. How will you create that? Please repeat that. From where
Sir,
you
like
will
first
start?
of all, sir, first you have created that middle figure na with
Yes.
the arc 80 degree, है ना?
Yes.
So after that, we'll select the top plane and
No,
just
we
draw
have
an
to
arc.
just create. Okay, you want to sweep that.
Yeah, but it is
So
not getting done, showing error.
yeah, that is not possible. If you create it with the help of sweep, so the sweep needed to be from the corners, not from the mid. Okay, so first you are going in the front, creating a sketch, that is the path. So if you are going to create the arc like this one, okay, we don't have the radius here, we don't have this radius. If you are going to create the shape like 80 radius and with all the options, we have this height 30 and we have this cap. Okay, so okay, I'm going to create again. First create some references, a rectangular shape like that with some gap that is 80, sorry, 50 by 30, and here is the arc with 80 radius and this line construction. So you want to create this with the help of sweep command, and you want to add a path here also. Okay, in sweep command we have the option, we just have to create the path first. Okay, so how will you create the shape? If we provide a path and provide this shape is going to be constant. It's not possible with the sweep because we have different shapes. In the front you can see we have a flat shape. This is a straight line, not a curved line. This is a straight line. And in the middle we have the curved shape. So it is possible only with the blend option. Okay?
Sir, this blend command is like a loft in SolidWorks, na?
Yeah, locked in SolidWorks but without the guide curves. Locked
Okay.
command is basically the swept blend. Okay.
Okay.
So to create, you have to just create the three shapes, or you can go to the blend and directly create those options. Okay. So this is the base shape. Now you have to apply the round. So we are going to cover the round today, and to apply the round, you can just select the face. Okay. Or okay, we have to define some radiuses. So instead of a face, I'm going to choose the edges like that. Or we can just do it with the help of auto round, the radius 5. Click OK. Okay. So this can be done, but we don't need the outer edges. So I'm going to explain the round today. So this is the shape we needed. Now the second option we have is to create those cuts. So to create those cuts, you can see here from the top that this is an elliptical shape. The size of the ellipse is given 8 by 12. Okay, so create an ellipse at an height of 5 from the base. So first you have to create a plane at a height of 5. Click OK and create a sketch there with an ellipse from center, and from center we have to create an ellipse like that. Its size is 8 by 12, so it will be 16 by 24. Okay, just click OK. We have this shape. Now we have to extrude cut. We have to apply the extrude with the cut, and the upper value is not given. We have an angle that is 10-degree draft. Okay, just go to the extrude, remove the material. Okay, it is a straight cut. Go to the option, apply the taper, and the angle will be 10 degree. So click OK. Okay, make it to all. Click OK, and we have the shape. Here you can see we have the shape. Now you can just mirror the shape. Select object, mirror. We have to create a plane in the middle. So plane, we can just select two faces and the plane. Okay, with the help of control, press select the two faces and we have a plane in the mid. So go to the feature, select the mirror, select the plane. It will be created like that, and go to the fillet round. You can just select the edges like that, like that. Click OK, and this is the shape. Okay, you can create the hole by simply applying extrude cut, and to create this upper shape you can see we have given a reference here that at the mid we have a 12 by 8 ellipse. So go to the mid, create a sketch and create an ellipse from the center like that. So the ellipse height is 40 and it is 8 by 12. So 12 means 24, 8 means 16. So this height is at 40. Click OK. Go to the extrude, remove cut both sides. Okay, edit both sides. So select the through all option from here. Go to the option, click inside through all, click OK, and this is the shape. Okay, and after that you have to apply the shell to follow this item. If you want to see, follow it uh, like this one. So this is the shape. Clear? Any questions? Any questions in this?
No, sir.
Okay.
Okay. So any other questions in the assignment? Okay, wait a second.
Question number 3, sir. Drawing number 3.
Other question? Third assignment.
Number 3.
Which one? Number 3. Second and third. Okay. It was in the assignment. I think I have excluded it. No problem. So this is a simple shape. We have to apply some. Okay. This was not supposed to be in the assignment. Okay. No problem. So we have this shape here. This shape required the shell command and some ribs. So leave it. I will cover some commands today, and after that you will be able to create this shape. Vivek, have you completed this shape? Vivek.
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
So it's a simple shape. You just have to create that. So I will show you after this session how you can create this. Okay. I will show you some command, and after that you apply those commands, you practice on this, and I will show you in the next session how you can create that. I want you to first try this with the commands that I'm going to show you today. Okay, I will show you these commands, how to apply, how to create this shape. It's a simple rib, how to create it hollow, that is shell, and outer shape is easy. We just have to create some revolves or some extrudes. Okay, and you can also create it with the sweep also. Okay, and have you created this one? I think fourth. I covered that first. Okay, there is some mistake in the assignment. Okay, I will correct the mistakes in the assignment for the next time. Actually, these questions should be given today after the fifth lecture. Okay, I will correct that. So, any other question if you want to ask related to the commands, you can ask now, or I will show you how to use these shapes, how to create the whole round chamfer like this. Okay. For the last question that we are trying to apply the final bend. So I have created it. Here is the shape. Again, I have done everything like that. Today I have made it fully defined. But going to show you from the beginning how I created it. Again, we are going to create an object. So go to the top, define the shape. Okay. Right now I'm just going to use a simple example for that. Like that. You don't have to make it symmetrical. I'm just going to define some values like that. Okay. So create it, extrude. Okay, like that, and go to the front. Okay, turn on the planes. Go to the front. Create a sketch. So you just have to create a sketch like this one. Okay, you can create any type of sketch. You just have to apply the create the path to create the shape. Just apply some fillets here, as we have done in the last class, and click OK. Go to the engineering, go to the spinal bend. First, you have to select the bend geometry, similar option, go to the reference, select the spine. Okay. Last class, this was not, we were not able to create this. I don't know what was the error. We have done everything similar to this in the last class also. So this is the simple option. You can just create a shape
Sir,
and the object will be converted. Yes.
is it? Sir, in the last class also you taught this way only, but what was the error in that?
Which one?
In that last class also, you
Mhm.
draw the figure in the same way. But why was the error coming on that day?
Yes, I'm going to show you that we had some error in last class in this command, this spinal bend.
Okay.
So I'm going to explain that. I have not changed anything. I don't know why that error was occurring in the session. I have not changed anything. I have created everything again similarly. So here is the shape. I was trying to create this shape in the last class also. Here is the shape. I have created a
Sir,
sketch like that. Okay. Yes.
and the sketch we have to make should merge with uh, the extruded portion also.
No, there is no
Then
such
only the
thing.
final
You can see there is no merge in the. You can see
finishing of merge.
the sketch is on the top, not merged. Okay.
Okay. So even if it is some way above also, then also it will be done.
Okay. Look. So that. Just go to the front, create a sketch with line. I'm going to create it constant here. Okay. Okay, we need to apply some fillets. Okay, go to the spinal, select the object, 3D object. Now select it from here. It should be selected, and after that select the earth. Okay.
Not working.
Not working. Yes, it's not working. Let's be confident, make it confident. Yes, it should be confident.
Consider, yeah. Okay.
But in last session, I have also created that constant, that object was constant also. I have selected the mid also, I have created the edge also, but in the last session that was not created. Okay, so you have to create the fillet should be applied. Okay, you will get an error. Sometimes you will get an error in this also due to this point. If this point, if you select the path and the object is not created, you can just switch it like that. Okay, so wait a second, I'm just going to do this again. Engineering final. here and the path. Okay, switch the slide. Okay, so it should be coincident. So make it coincident with the object and you will be able to create that. So here I have created this. It can be merged inside of the object and create the shape. Go to the engineering, go to the spinal, select the bend, select the reference and click on the line. Just click here and you will see that the object will be created. Click OK. This is the shape. Okay,
It has to be considered na.
it has to be constant. Okay, so in today's session we have some options. We are going to start with the whole, round, chamfer, draft, shell and rim. So first let me check the syllabus for the today, and first I will check the assignment also. Rim. Okay, holes also. Okay. Today is not displayed. Go to this and clear the memory. So create a new file. Now we are going to cover the whole command first. So till now you have created the holes with the help of extrude and remove material from that. So if you want to create some holes directly like this, so we have the option of hole wizard here. We can select the hole from here. Now we have some options. First option is placement, that where do you want to create the hole. You have to just select the face. I want to create the hole on this face or this face. It's dependent on your selection. So you can select the face on which you want to create the hole. You can see there are two grips. You have to specify the references. So to define its location, it can be specified with the help of these two grips. You can just click, go to here, and you can see it will make a coincident relation right here. It's open, it's closed, it is coincident to this one. You can select this one or this plane or this, anyone you can select. So I'm going to select this face. So the distance, you can see there are two offset. So you can define the offset from here like that. Okay, so the center location of the circle will be defined from these points. Or if you go to the hole, define the face. After that you can press right click and select the offset reference selector. Go to this, select the face. First reference will be here. Select the face. Second reference will be from here. Okay. Okay, you have to press the control to select. Again, go to the hole, select the face, right click, go to the offset reference selector. So it means you have to just select two faces with the help of control. By holding the control, you can define that. You can move it from here, you can define the value from here, you can define the value from here also. So define the location. After that, we have the diameter of the hole from here. So you can define the dia. Okay, define these values 200 and I need that to be 250. After that, there is the last option, that is depth of the hole. Depth of the hole can be defined from here. Right now it's on the blind, so the value you define will be applied to this one. If you want a through hole, just click here and go to the through. If you want with the depth, go here and define some value. I want it to be at 100. You can see that. Okay. So right now we are on the simple hole. You can see this option till now is simple hole. This is a simple hole with the end like this one, the flat end. If you want a drilled end, drill profile, you can just click on this and there will be the tip. You can see here the tip will be created like that. If you just complete it and go to the section will be created from view. Go to the section, select the face and go to that location. Click OK. Now you can see there is a tip. The tip is not visible properly, so I'm going to edit it and define the value that is, I think it's 200. So now you can see the section of the hole like that. You go to hole, add it. You will see if you click here, the hole, the depth, the endpoint will be flat. If you click here, there will be a tip. This is a drill hole. Okay, so now you can see the depth option. The value is defined from this point to this point. Okay, so you can see everything in the shape option. There is the hole. You can see we have the dia here. You can define all the values from here also. The dia is 100. The tip angle is standard 118 degree. If you want to change like 120, 119, you can change it from here. Now the depth is blind with the depth of 100, and the depth is measured from this point, that is called shoulder. If you want it to be measured at the end, click on the tip. So the value will be measured from that tip. Okay, so we have the distance, we have the depth from this tip to the top surface. If you click on the shoulder, we have the depth according to that. Okay, is it clear? Any question till now? It's a simple hole. After that, just click OK and the hole will be created like that. Okay, now if you want to create a countersink or counterbore type, go to the hole. Now go to the placement again, define the face where you need. You can just select the dragger like that, or you can just go like right click and everything like that. So I'm going to use the values directly from here. After that, go to the shape. You can see this is the simple hole again. If you want to change anything, you want a tip type or a through hole. So in the through there will be no tip. This will be like this one. So now if you want to apply the countersink, we have also option of countersink here. At countersink, you can see there will be the countersink, and the angle of the countersink is 82. You can change the angle from there, and the distance, the dia of the countersink is here and dia of the hole is here. So I want that dia to be at 125. So it will be created like this. Okay, so if the hole is through wall, there is another option. You can create an exit countersink also. You can define the values again from there, and this will be the exit countersink. Okay, if you want to specify any top clearance, you can go to the top clearance and there will be some clearance. Right now the clearance value is not here. Okay, I will explain the top clearance after this. So this is the countersink. Now if you want to apply the counterbore, we have the option of the counterbore here. You can see the counterbore shape, the size of the counterbore, the depth of the counterbore is here. I want that to be around 50 and you can create it like that. And again you can see there is the exit countersink. You can apply the countersink again in the end side. Okay. Next option is if you want to apply both countersink and counterbore, you can do that by just selecting both, and you can see there is the countersink inside and their values is, you can define the values from here. So this is a very simple option. You have everything, the shape is defined here. You can just define the face where you want to place your hole, define the relation of the location, and you can define your complete hole from this point. Okay, so this is the simple hole type. Just click OK and your hole will be created like this one. Okay, any question till now? So if we have some object, So you can see now, if you have selected the flat face, there will be no counter bore countersink option. If you click here, you will get those options. So define the values like that. Go to the top clearance, and now you can see it will cut the upper material also, because we cannot add a bolt here without cutting this material. If you don't select the top clearance, there will be some material like that in the other direction. So top clearance will delete the material or remove the material in opposite side of the hole. Okay. So to place a hole, we need to cut some material here. So for that, you can just use the top clearance like that. Okay, it is the clearance applied to the top side of the hole. Click OK, and this hole will be created like that. Okay, understood. What is the top clearance? So next, the option we have is go to the hole. Now specify the planes, collectors, define the shape where we want. Okay. So now we have the next shape, that is next option, that is standard holes. Till now we have used the simple hole. Now if you want to create some standard hole with some standards, with some threaded options, go to the create standard hole. Now you will have some other options. So first go to the shape. You can see now we have some thread surface here. You can see some dotted lines. It means you can apply some threads inside the hole. So to create the thread, you have to first select the standard. So I'm going to select the ISO standard here. Next, you have to select the size. So what size do you need? So now you can see the M means metric, and drawing is not in the metric. First of all, I'm going to click here, go to the file, use the option, prepare model properties. Now you can see the unit is I, IPS, it is IPS inch pound system. Okay, so go to here, it's not inch pound. So go to the mmns, millimeter newton second, set, go to interpret. If you go to the convert, it will multiply the object. You can see it will create 1 inch into 25.4 mm. So one value become 25.4. So I don't want to change the values, I just want to change the unit. So 1 inch become 1 millimeter. So go to the interpret, click OK, click close, and close now. So go to the hole. Now if you see, if you select this one, go to the offset collector, and this one and this one. So we have selected the center. Now you have to select the standard and the size. I want the size to be around M60. So you can see we have the M60 hole here. Okay, its clearance or the depth option. I want it to be true, or I want it to be blind with the depth. Okay, so click OK, and you will see there is a call out. Okay, there are some annotation that this is a M60 type. Okay, this hole is M60 into 5.5. The 5.5 is the pitch. ISO H type, 130 is the depth. Okay, so all the specification will be shown here. So this is a threaded hole. If you want to check that it is a threaded hole, you have to go to the drafting, or you can go to the wireframe, you can see now there are two circles. Okay, one circle is for the thread, one circle denotes the hole. Okay, so thread is up to this point. Okay, up to 130. So the thread is up to 130, and the standard drill hole is up to 163 depth. So like this, you can create the threaded holes also. Go to the visibility, back to normal. So again, going to show you again how to create a threaded hole. Just go to the hole, define the placement, define the offsets. Okay, define the location where you need. After that, go to the create standard holes, select the standard from here, select the size from here, whichever you need. After that, define the depth option. Okay, and you can see here in the shape there are some other options. You can change the depth of the thread also, it is variable. You can change it from 148 to next. If you create it through all, you can also define the value from here. Okay, so like 200. So you have to know the dimension of this object to create the thread. So after that, just click OK, and you will be able to see that this is the threaded hole. Okay, any questions in the threaded holes? If you have any question, ask your question right now. We are going to move to the next.
Sir, what's the meaning of M16?
It is a metric type of thread. Metric thread. It is a standard to denote that this hole is or this object has the threads. M68 means metric thread of 68. So the standard dia of that is 62, and the thread we have the pitch 6, and that if we add that we have the 68 value. Okay, the outer dia of that thread is at 68. Okay,
Okay,
I
sir.
think you have studied that in the manufacturing book, or that book machine drawing. You have the machine drawing book. In that there is a chapter of threads. You can, I think you have covered that in there. M68 basically means, M means metric. This is a metric thread, and the outer dia is 68. The 6 means the pitch, and there is the standard ISO.
Okay, sir.
Okay, the tapping means internal threads, and the die means external threads. Tap and die, we have two options. To create some internal threads, like here, you have to use the tapping tool. Okay. So next we
Okay,
have,
sir.
if you want to create a hole on a circular face. So suppose I have a filleted face. This one. Okay. So if you want to create a hole on a filleted face or a circular face, you can do that also. Just go to the hole, select the face where you want to create that hole. Now you have to again select two references. So offset collector. First you have to define, okay, you have to define the depth, how much down this should be. To define the depth, you have to select the top face or bottom face, and second you have to specify a plane to define the angle, that how much angle you need from that plane. So now you can see we have the 45 angle. This hole is at 45 angle, and the second value is defined from the top. That top means the depth of that hole. You can see I need that hole to be at 120. So this 120 and this angle will be defined from the offset reference. After that there is the dia, there is the depth. Okay, if you go to the placement, you can see here the placement, the face, the orientation, the depth, and the angle. And after that you can see this hole is being created like this one, and the center axis, the orientation of the hole will be around the center of that face. If you see this face, this circular face has the center here, and this hole will go through that center. If you click OK, the hole will be created like this. But if you don't want to create it around the center, if you want that hole to be created from here to this side, you can change the orientation from there. Go to the hole and go to the placement. In here last we have some orientation, hole orientation. In that you can just select a plane. To create it perpendicular, you can see there is a perpendicular option. You can change the plane and you can see the hole will be created like this. Okay, so right now I'm going to remove that. I'm going to create a first disable the section, create a circular entity on the top, click OK like this one. Now create a hole on that surface, define the references from here and here. I'm going to define the references, the depth should be down here and the angle should be 45. Okay, I want that angle to be at 45 degrees. Now you have to specify the direction of the hole. To specify, go to the placement and define the hole orientation. You can select the edge or face. Now you can see the orientation is around this axis. Okay, you can create the hole like this one. Okay, if you remove it, you can see the whole orientation is around the center. If you provide an orientation from an edge, you can see this is parallel. You can make it perpendicular also. Okay, parallel will be created like this. These are the types of hole you can use in different location, different options. Any questions in hole? Okay. So next we are going to use is round and chamfer. I think we have not completed these options till now. So next option is how you can apply the fillet command. So just going to delete those holes. Okay. So you can see that I have applied a fillet. It is called round in the Creo and fillet in every other software. So go to the round. You can see there are two options. First is round and second is auto round. So auto round means it will create a fillet at every edge. You just have to specify the value here. Just click OK and the fillet will be created at all the edges automatically. Okay, if you want to exclude any edge, go to the edit. We have some option here, exclude. You can select that edge. I don't want a fillet up here. I want that fillet to be 10 radius. Okay, now click OK. Now you will see the fillet will be created everywhere except the excluded edge. This is the auto round. Similar we have okay, so this is the auto round. Next we have manual round option, how you can create some rounds, some fillets on required edges, not all edges, some required edges. So go to the round, the shortcut is R, click here. Next you will see there is a red option. Now define the radius from here or here and select the edge where you need the fillet. You can move this cursor or these grips and you can create some fillet like this, and you can see the fillet will be applied till this face. It will not extend from this face, but it can be created up to some point like that. You can use this. Okay, some software will give you the error after this point. When you cross this point, they will give some error. Okay, but Creo will automatically adjust according to that. Okay. Auto round means everywhere you can apply the fillet by just selecting the radius, click OK, and the round will be created everywhere. Okay, you don't have to select the edges, it will be created on all the edges. But if you have to create the round on some required edges, you can just go to the edge, select that edge, you can see you can create the round according to that. You can move the value from here or you can change it from here also. Okay, if you want to select multiple edges, you can select that like this one. Okay, there are some options. You can see I have selected two options. We're going to select again. If you select this edge, you can see there is the round. If you select this edge again, you can see there are some other options. So now you can see we have set 1 and set 2. Okay, so you can see we can change the value of this one individually and again this one separately. So you can create some separate fillet radius rounds, or if you have to create equal radius, you can just press the control button and select the object. Now you will see in set 1 we have two edges. So if we change the size of one edge, the second edge will be changed according to that. Okay. So what you have to do, if you want to create equal radius fillets, just click on the edge, hold the control button, you can just click on the edges like that and you can create the fillet with equal radius like that. If you don't hold the control button and select the edge, you will create a new set, and that set has a different value, and if you click on the set one, that set has a different value. Okay, you can create variable fillet from these options, from set options. Okay, any question? So click OK, the fillet will be created like this. So next option, if you want to create fillet on all the edges of the face, go to the round. Suppose I want to select all the edges of the face, I cannot select just the face like we select in the SolidWorks. You have to select one edge and select the face. Okay, by pressing the shift button and the chain will be selected. So again, you have to select one edge and press the shift button and select the face, and the chain will be selected like this. Okay, right click remove, select the edge, press the shift button, and now you cannot select this face because this face have some tendency, so it will give you some error, but you can select this face and all the faces, all the edges will be selected and you can apply and fillet like that. Here, how to create some fillets on the face. Okay. So next option is, if you want to create fillet on some faces, you can select two faces by selecting control, and you can see the fillet will be created like that. Okay, and again click OK or just remove. Right now I want to just create the fillet here like this. Click OK, and now I'm going to create a fillet not by selecting this edge. I can just select this face and this face directly, so you can see it will directly select that face. Now there is the value, we have the radius here, we can increase or decrease the radius from here or from here. Okay, you can select two faces. Now you can see this face is constant, you cannot go further from this face, but you can go upside like that. Okay, so we can select two faces, we can select the edge and faces like that, and now we can select this edge and this face. We can select this face and this edge, and we can also create a fillet with the help of that. Okay, first we have selected these two faces. We can create the fillet, but I can also select the face and the edge. The fillet will be created according to that also. Okay, so there are so many options you can create the fillet with. So the most required thing is you have to just select the face or edge, and you can create the fillet with the help of that. Okay, so the value is bigger, so I can just go like that. So if you go in this object, click OK, you will see that object will be extended up to that fillet. You can apply the fillet up to some edges, like go to the fillet, select the edge. If you go something like that, you can see that this object will be extended up to that fillet. You don't have to do something to just apply that. Clear? So next, the last option we are going to use is how you can create a fillet, how you can convert this edge, this face into a circular face. So to do that, we have to use the full round fillet, and to use the full round fillet, you have to just select this face, press the control, this face. Okay, first you have to select two faces parallel. Okay, and after that you will have an option here that is the driving face, and that you have to select the middle face. You can create a fillet like that. Okay, suppose we have this face. I want here the full round fillet. Go to the round, select two parallel faces. Okay, and go to the sets. We have the driving face. Select this one, click OK, and this face will be converted to circular face. Okay, so if you have any tangent faces, the fillet will be applied automatically on that face. Go to the round, select the edge. Okay. To find the radius, you will see this has a tangent face here, this has a tangent edge here. So the fillet will be created from this point to this point, and if you click OK, this will be done. Okay. So we have so many options here. Now we have some transition modes also, and okay. Okay, so for transition mode, we need to create some different type of fillet. So I'm going to remove those fillets. Okay, so suppose we have these three edges, and now if I go to select these three edges, we have some options here. If we go here, switch to transition mode, you have to select this face, and now there are some options. You can go here and you can go to the intersect. You can remove the circular face from here. Okay, this is the sharp edges now. You can go to the corner shape and you can define the radius like that. Okay, now you will see we have some gaps here. You can define this length. I want this length up to 50. So there will be some curves like that. You can increase those curves from here. You can increase that radius like that. So you can create some point type fillet also. Click OK, and you will be able to create some fillet like that. And the other option we have is round only one. So you will see that the round will be applied here. Patch round only one default and intersect, and this corner will have some different results and other will have some similar results. Okay, so we can use many types to use the fillet, but the main thing we have to remember is go to the round, select the edge and apply the radius, and the fillet can be created like that. This is the main thing. The rest we can use, but the main thing will be this one. Okay, so moving to the next command, we have the chamfer command. Go to the chamfer. First is the edge chamfer. You just have to select the edge. You can define the values. The values will be defined with equal dimensions, and the dimension you can specify here. So the dimension will be 50 from here and 50 from here. This is D to D. If you go to the D1, D2, you can specify some different values like 20 by 50. You can do that. If you want to switch, you can switch it from here. Okay. Next will be angle into D. So angle will be specified like I want a 45-degree angle. You can specify that, or you can specify some angle manually, and you can switch that also. Click OK, and the fillet will chamfer will be created. And the main option is third one. If you want to fix the angle at 45, you can just specify the value, click OK, and that will be created. Okay, so this is the basic chamfer. You can select multiple edges also. By pressing the control, you will get a similar value chamfer. You will control that from one point. If you want a different chamfer, you can just select the edge without pressing the control. You can use that like that. If you want this type of chamfer now, just press the control and your chamfer will be controlled by this one. If you want to edit this one, go to the set F1. Now you can control this one. Okay, click OK, and this is the chamfer option. Here, the next option in the chamfer is if you want to create a chamfer with this point, go to the chamfer, corner chamfer, select the edge. You can specify the values from here. Click OK, and this is the picture. Okay, any questions? So after the chamfer, we have the command for drafting. First, I'm going to show you how you can use the shell command if you want to follow something. I'm going to apply a fillet here, 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 and here, and I'm going to select it like this. Click OK. So I want to make this object hollow and go to the shell. So you can specify the thickness from here. The thickness will be for this wall. So if you want to remove some face, you can select the face like that, and you can see the face will be removed and the object will be created like this. Okay, define the value from here. I want 10 thickness and define that. Now if you want some different thickness in some different face, suppose I want this face to be at 20 thickness. So click here non-default thickness, select the face. I want this face at a thickness of 20. So you will see this face has a different thickness. If you want some other faces, click here. I want this object. Okay. To select some other, press Control. You can select multiple. Define the value. I want that to be 20. I want this to be 30. We can apply many different values. Okay. 10 thickness, 20 thickness, 30 thickness. Click OK. The object will be created like that. You go to the section in the view section. Click plane. Go to this point. You can see there are some options. Okay, you can see it from inside like that. Okay. So suppose if you have mistakenly closed your file and you want that file, you have not saved that file, go to the in session, you will see your file here, just press the double click, you will get that file. So we have this shape here, create the section, you can create as many sections you want like that. So this is the shell command. So now I'm going to use the next option, that is draft. So now draft option is basically to use to apply some angle on the face. Go to the draft, we have some options. First option is if you want, okay, go to the reference. First is draft surface. On which surface you want to apply draft. I want this face at an angle. You have to define the draft hinge. Basically it will define the pull direction. So you can specify the angle from here, or from here I want a 10-degree angle. If you want to change the direction, you can do that from here, or you can do that from here also if you change the full direction. Click OK and you will see there is the draft on a single plane. If you want the draft at multiple planes, go to the draft surfaces, press the control button and you can select the multiple faces also. Okay, click OK. Draft will be applied on all the sides like that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And in this draft, what is draft hinges?
I'm going to show you right now the draft hinge. Okay. So I have created this object. If I make it symmetrical, you can just okay. So I have a plane in the mid. Now I want to create a draft, but I want to separate the draft from the mid. I want from mid this draft should be outward and this draft should be outward like that. So go to the draft. Okay. Select the faces you want to draft. I want to only apply the draft on this face. You can just press right click and you have the options here, or you can go here and select the draft hinges from here. So select this one. Okay. So now you can see there is the draft on one side only. If you want to apply a two-side draft, you can go to the split from here or go to the right. You have option split by draft hinge. You can press this one also. So now you will see you can create a draft downward this one, upward this one, whatever you need, you can apply the value. I can just create it straight and create the draft like this. Okay. Basically the draft hinges means the plane or the neutral plane from where you want to separate the draft. Okay. Go to the draft. Select the face where you need the draft. Go to the reference. Draft hinges means from here you want to specify the draft. I want to specify the draft from here. Okay, you can see the draft is from this face. I want to specify the draft from here. You will see the difference from here. Okay, if you do this, you can see if you apply the draft 5 degree, the draft angle will be specified from this exact point. This point will remain here. The angle will be increased or decreased. Will have some changes like this. Okay, okay, like this. The draft hinges will make the face make the face fixed. It will not change its shape or size. If you select draft hinges, this one, You will see the draft will be applied to the other side. This area will remain the same. You can see that this area will not change. If I select this one, now this area will remain the same. The value will be changed on upside and downside. And if you want to separate, you can go here, split by draft hinges. You can split it at this one. Okay, click OK, and this is the draft. Got it? So after the draft, we can also create a draft. We can also split a draft with some sketches. So I'm going to use a rectangular shape. I'm going to create a draft. I want to draft these faces from draft ranges. This one, or I can select this one also. Okay. So full direction have to be selected. I can select the edge and you can create it like that, or I can select the face. Okay, you have to. Okay. So the face is selected. Again, we are in the same option. Now go to the split. There is the option split by object. We can split it with the help of a section or a sketch. So there is the option draft side independently. First side only. You can see it will change the first side only. Okay. Independent first side, second side. Draft object. Okay. We can create a sketch here, or we can select the face like that. It's not working. I'm going to create some another sketch. I'm going to create it. So going to draft this face now. Draft. Select the faces. Okay, go to the reference. Draft hinges. I want to draft here. Okay, everything is done. Now I want to. Again, we are going to face involve. Have to select those ones. Okay, select by hinges. Got it. Okay, we can also do this by independently. We can do one value change. It is dependent. It is independent means it requires two values. And we have first side only. You can draft only first side. Second side only. You can only draft second side. So for draft object, split by object, you have to create a sketch. So to create a sketch, you can go to the datum, sketch. Now you can create a sketch here like that, and you can create a shape that you require. Okay, and go back. Now you can separate it with the object. You can see we have selected the object, and the object will be okay. Again, it is having some error. We have the values, but it is not going to define the change. Okay, I will check this error. Why it is again showing the error. So we can separate with the help of object also. So basically we can use the plane to separate, and we can just select that from drafting. So directly we'll be able to separate that. Okay. After that we have some variable option. We can use some variable draft, variable full direction draft. For that you have to okay. For variable you have to create some variation like So first select the references to define the full direction. So I need the full direction from here. After that, go to the reference. We have that one, draft hinges. I want that draft hinges from here. Okay, width surface and define the angle you need. Okay. This one I don't want this one. So I'm going to create it without a sketch. Go to the variable, define the face, define the face you want to apply the draft. Okay, this is the full direction. Select the full direction. Now find the draft hinges. Okay, so define this draft hinge. Now you can see we can draft this option again. First, you have to define the full direction. So I want this face to be as a work as a full direction. You have to specify the draft hinge. Draft hinge means from where you want to rotate the object. So I want this object to be rotated at this edge. You can see that. Now there is an angle. If you want to add some more angles, you can just go here, right click, add an angle, and you can see there is some other angle also. So the draft will be created like this. Okay, you can define a different angle. I want this angle to be 5 degree, I want this angle to be 10 degree, and you can do that. And if you want to add some other, you can just go add angle. You will see there is an angle and it is on a location that is 0.5, means at the mid you can go to 0.3. At the 30% you can define the value. I want that to be 20. Add angle, I want that to be 40 at 0.70, and add angle, I want that at mid, and that should be 0.3. Okay, that should be 3 degree. So click OK. You can see this is the variable type of draft. Okay, so you can apply the draft command in variation or in single type. Any questions with the draft? Is it clear, the draft command? Do you have any question for the draft? Okay. So after that we are left with one option, that is rip command. So basically the rip command is used to provide the supports. Okay, suppose I want to provide a support to this structure. So to do that, we can just create a shape here by extrude command. Till now we would have done this with this option, and just go to the convert or project. Yes, we are going to use. Okay, close. So you can do it like this one also. So you can see you have to create everything, or you can just apply a command that is called rip. So there are two options in the rip. First is trajectory and second is profile. So to create that type of rip, you just have to go to the plane where you want to create a sketch. Go to the sketch, or you can go directly into the rip, that is profile, and you will be directly into the sketch. So just create a line like that, define the values, the depth from here, the offset from here, click OK, and you will see that there will be a rib created. You can define the thickness. Okay, you can change the direction also. So three options are there. You can create it in the mid. Okay, You can go one side, you can go other side, you can go to the middle. It's on you. Click OK, and you will see that rib will be created like that. So you can create these type of ribs with the help of profile rib, okay, from here. And if you want to create some other type of ribs, like you want to create a shell first, okay. If you want to provide some ribs inside this object, you can do that also. You just have to go to the trajectory rib and select the face. I want to create the rib down here. Now to do that, just going to flip this sketch. To do that, you just have to create some lines in between. So just going to create a line from here. You can create a line from here, okay. Create a line from here, here. You can project this like that, or you can just convert that to the reference also like that, and you can define the coincidence from here to this point like that. So define the shape you want, click OK, and you will get some ribs of this type. This is called the trajectory rib, and this one called the profile rib. So in trajectory rib we have some options. First is similar, again you can provide the thickness. Second, you can
Sir,
change the direction.
what
Yes,
sir, what is the meaning of trajectory?
trajectory means you can specify the shapes like this one from the top side. You can create the trajectories of the path. Trajectory means the path. You have to create the path for which you want to create. Like we have used the path in the sweep. Okay, so the path is also called the trajectory.
In the profile rib, we have to make the
Profile rib, you have to make
we
the
have to make
profile the outer. Okay,
okay.
so you can see this option is created. Now you want to apply some fillet, some chamfer, some draft here. You can do that. So there is the option add draft. You can add the draft. So go to the shape. You can see the angle is 13 degree. You want to control the angle, you can control it from here. So this will be created. If you want to add some fillet on downside, on internal edges, mean on these edges, you can create that, and the value will be added. This is 10. So those values are merging. So decrease the value. So we may have some error due to the shape that we have here, the hole we have here. So if you want to add some fillet on upside, there is the option. On the exposed edges, these are the exposed edges, you can apply the fillet on that. So use the edge option, use the fillet. So we got the option thickness is here, and the fillet round top by 2 tangent rounds. We don't want the tangent, we want to specify the value. Select the specified value. Okay, go to the value, define the value. I want to define that to be 5. Okay, so we are getting some errors. Removing the downward fillets, you can see we have the upper fillets right now. Okay, and there will be no fillets on these sides. If we don't select the upper, we select the downward, you will see we got the fillet on all the edges here also. Click OK, and it will take some time, and now you can see we have fillet on the internal edges. So these are the ribs, these are the trajectory ribs. You will find these ribs in the plastic plastic products. Like if you have a plastic chair, you can see your chair from the downside, and you will find some ribs on them. Okay, to show the example.
Sir, these trajectory ribs are always on the inner side of the partner.
Yes, it will be on the inner side. Ribs will require some material. Okay, rib will require some material. it will not be created in the other side or the empty side. It will always require a material, and you can create the rib on that side only. So we have the ribs here. You can see that to create these type of support, we can use the rib to create these type of support. Okay. So you can also use some other shapes. It is not necessary that you use only lines. You can use the circles also. Go to the circles. You just have to trim out the shape. After that, suppose I need a circle here. You have to trim out the shape like that and click OK. And now you have to just change the thickness. You will get this option. Change the thickness. I want the thickness to be at 5. Okay. Click OK. And this is the rib. Then if you want the rib up to this point, so go to the sketch, edit the sketch, and go to the sketch setup, remove the top plane and select this space, create the sketch, close. Now we have some unresolved issues. So if you don't, you can just select all and click on the update, okay, and close. It will find everything, but if you find some error, right now we are having some errors, so I'm just going to go back to change, go to the edit, go to the sketch setup. If I select this one, you can see it will move to the other side. Just click the flip option here and click sketch, and that way we can also create it. Click OK, and the rib will be created from the top now. Okay, so you can control the chamfer, or sorry, the draft. This draft is at angle of 10 degree to specify the 5. So these are the ribs you can use. This is the trajectory mainly used, and this is the profile. In your assignments, you will find only the profile rib options, only the profile rib drawings. Okay. So ribs are used to provide the strength to the material so that the material will not fail or the structure will not fail. You can find the rib in solid also, like in the structures also. You can find the ribs in the plastic also. So to provide the strength to the material, ribs are used to uh, for easy ejection of mold. You use the draft command. To make the object hollow from inside, you use the shell. To break the sharp edges, we use the round and chamfer, or to use in the design, according to the design, we can also use the round and chamfer. The hole will be required. If you need any hole, we can use from standard hole or a simple hole from here with counter hole, counter sink, anyone you require. Okay, so these were the tools for today. If you have any question, you can ask. Any questions? Okay, so you have to create this shape. Everything is given here. So this will be created with the help of rib. So we will create that, and also we have some rib option here, some pattern option here. So next we have this option. So there is the fillet. You have to apply the full round fillet here, and we have some option here. So only use this M10 into 1.5. Don't take this 6H option. Use only M10 into 1.5 whole here. Okay. Again, if you don't find any value here, you have to just assume. You will not find the value of this whole. Just assume the value. Okay. Assume these values. Assume these values of these wholes.
Sir, whether it is third angle projection or first angle projection, sir.
You tell me what is it? What type of projection is it? What is the third angle and first angle? What is the difference between the projection? Who can tell what is the projection? How to define the projection? What is the first angle and the third angle?
Sir, the main difference between both is from where we are seeing the object.
Okay.
Difference, sir.
In
From
the first angle, we are seeing from the right, but in the third angle, we are seeing from the left.
Okay. Anyone who want to share what is first
Sir,
angle and
only the
third angle? The difference is only
is
in the
only
views.
the
Okay.
views. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
In one we got the top view above, and
right will changes to left,
right
left
will
will
changes
changes
to,
to right,
yeah.
sir.
That's the difference. Okay.
In in third angle projection, right will be right, sir. In first
Yes.
angle projection, right will be changes to left.
Okay. So you asked the question or someone asked the question?
I asked the question, sir.
So what is the main issue then? You know everything.
No,
Hello.
Only for fun, sir.
no, sir. In some drawings, they will give in the same way, but the down projection symbol will vary, sir.
Okay. So it's the third angle projection. Use it in the third angle projection. Okay. So if you want to know that this is in the third angle, use according to the third angle. Okay. This one is also in the third angle projection. Use according to that. Okay. Use in the third angle projection. Okay. You will see the projection also in here. You can see this is the third angle projection. All the drawings are in third angle projection. You will see this is again in the third angle. This is again in the third angle. Okay, everything is in the third angle projection. Use that. Clear? Any other question? Okay, that was it for the day. Thank you. If you have any question, you can ask in the groups also. Okay.
How to make a upper housing?
Sir,
Upper housing.
Yes.
excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, the assignments which you are now giving are very much like more, and the time is very less, sir. Please increase the time.
You can
Not
create it
able to
in one
complete,
day.
sir. Sir, also other work we have to do.
Okay, but others have no other work. They can do that. This is the third batch. Everyone has submitted their assignments on the time. Vic, don't worry.
Yeah,
I will
sir,
talk to
but
you.
okay,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Any other questions? Someone asked about the upper housing.
Yes, sir.
Which one? Which upper housing you want?
सर क्वेश्चन सेकंड सर जो आपने असाइनमेंट भेजी थी.
Previous. Okay. Second
Yes, sir.
question. Assignment 3 or 4. Okay.
This one, sir.
Uh, so what problem you have here? What do you want to know? Okay, this is a simple object. First, you have to create this cylindrical object down below. After that, you have to create a path. This one. Okay. So
Okay,
explain
sir.
the whole question. Okay, I will show you how to create that. So new, go to the, okay, I'm going to use the front direct. That is, I think, okay, 68 dia is given. So 68 diameter, click OK. So go to the mid, the extrude is of 40 something, I think 42. We have the extrude of 42 here. Click OK. Now you just have to create a path. You're going to create a path here with a line like this. Okay, and the arc from here to here like that. Go to the coincident, define this point constant here, define the radius, that is 57, and this distance is 67. This height is also 57. Okay, so the distance from this point to this point is given. I don't need this. Okay, and do first trim out this one, define this 25, and define the overall value, that is, delete this one, that is 57 or 67. Wait a second. 67, yeah. Okay.
67.
Okay, so we don't have to define these values. We can just select these two and apply the tangent also. So this is the path. Click OK. Now you have to go to the swept blend, select the path, and from start go to the section, create sketched, go to the sketch and create a sketch down here. So we have given two sections. So at the B we have this shape, at the A we have this shape. Okay, there is no note here that this is the section 1, but we needed the section 1 and this shape is only given. So we don't have the third shape, so we can just assume this is the similar shape down from the front. So this is 24 by 40, so we're going to create a rectangular shape from here like that, and that is 40 by 24. Okay, click OK, and now insert, select the point. I don't want this to be at the end, I want this to be at a location, that is here. Go to the sketch, create the shape again, that should be 40 by 24. Click OK, and this is the shape. Now go to the insert, create a sketch at the end, that is rectangular shape again, and that has a value of 48 by 35. Okay, 48 by 35. Just click OK, and this is the shape. Click OK and apply the round command on all the edges of radius. We don't have the radius value. I'm going to apply the 4.
By pressing shift.
Control. With the
Okay, sir.
control you can change all the values at one time, because everything will be selected in the set 1. If you don't press the control like that, it will be in the set 2. Okay, so define the value
Okay.
4, click OK, and this is the shape. After that, just go to the shell, select the faces you want to remove, select the thickness. The thickness is 2. You can calculate that from the drawing. So this is the shape. After that, you have to just create the flange here, the base somewhere here. So to create the base, go to the extrude like that. just create a rectangular shape like that and go to the project, like this one, close, go to the trim those, and we have some values. This one is of thickness 3, and after that we have some dimension that this distance is I think 28.5, and we have this distance also that is at 38 I think. Okay, that is 36. So this is the shape complete. You can mirror it inside. Just define the center line, select, go to the mirror, define, click OK, and how much thickness you need? Thickness is 38, defined here, 38, and use the mirror command, click OK. Okay, after that you just have to create a rib here, a fillet here,
Okay,
a
sir.
hole here. This is the shape, nothing else. A flange here, circles are given. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So any other question? So that was it for the day. Thank you. If you have any question, ask in the group. Okay, don't leave. I just have to take the attendance. Okay, you can disconnect now.